Hello there everyone, and welcome to another edition of Lydia's Crafty Corner with me, Lydia, in my little crafty corner. So today we're going to be able to get a faux sketched look using coloured pencils. To start with, I am using the Cherry Blossom Bunch stamp set, and I'm using the large image from this to create that whole background. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stamp multiples of these all over a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of classic Crest Solar White. As I want this to kind of have a no line look when I'm stamping, I am using the Vanilla Cream ink from Altenew. Though this is a really light coloured ink, you may want to use a darker one if you do struggle to see this one, or you could even use a grey as well. So as you can see, I'm just starting off by stamping one of the images, and then I'm just going to go ahead and stamp around that image, kind of like a jigsaw puzzle, to create the whole background. I'm sorry that my hair does keep getting in and I am having a little bit of a bad hair day. So I'm just going to make sure that I have the images coming off the little piece of card as well, because it wants to look like a continuous piece of patterned paper. So once I'm done with stamping all of the images, I'm then going to go ahead and use the simple colouring stencil, which coordinates. So this is the Cherry Blossom Bunch simple colouring stencil, and I'm going to colour in all the flowers. Now I am using some really beautiful pastel shades. Now these are from the Frozen Delights. So I started off with the strawberry, then I went ahead, moved the stencil onto another flower, and then used the orange sorbet. The one that I just used then was the lemon ice. I'm then going to quickly clean off that stencil just using a piece of kitchen towel or some tissue. And then I'm going to go ahead and then colour in some more. So the next colour I used was the mint chalk. The colour there, that beautiful blue, is the blueberry. I'm then using the soft lilac, because the Frozen Delights doesn't have a purple, and I did want to add a purple in, so I've just taken the soft lilac to add those in. I'm then going to go kind of reverse rainbow colours to add some more in. So I went with the blueberry, this is the mint chalk, and then once I've done that I can move on to the lemon ice. Now I'm using a mix of the small and the mini blending tools, but you could use whichever blending tools that you find works best for you. So again, once I've done that bunch, I'm then going to quickly clean off my stencil again with that same piece of kitchen towel. Orange sorbet, was the colour that I just used then, and I'm going ahead and using the strawberry for that flower. I'm then going to clean off the stencil again, and then go in with that beautiful soft lilac again, and then we're going to add in some of the orange sorbet again, and then we're going to finish off just at this little point over here with the blueberry. So once I've finished with that and coloured in all of the flowers, I'm then going to go ahead and use the other stencil to colour in the leaves. Now I'm using the pistachio, and again this is from the Frozen Delights, and I'm just going to pop that into place and then add more of that ink just towards the base of the leaves than I am to the tip. So it's going to give us that beautiful gradient effect there. Now there's not many leaves on this, and it won't take too long just to add them all in. Once that's done, I'm then going to go ahead and add in our faux kind of sketching look. I am using the Woodless colouring pencils from Altenew. Now this colour here is the Volcano Lake, and I'm using this to go over the mint chalk flowers that we have done. So what I'm doing is I'm adding some couple of strokes to the base and also the tip of the petals. As well as that, I am going to go over all of the outlines that I have on the flower. So as you can see, I'm going in, adding a couple of strokes to that base of the petal, then adding some to the tip to kind of look like it's curling, and then I decided to go along the outline, and that's going to give us that sketched look, kind of cartoony, but I think this looks really quite cool. So you don't actually need to be great at drawing for this. All you're going to do is just kind of follow the lines on the image and just add in a little bit of shading as well. So once I have finished with that one, I'm then going to go ahead and do the same technique for all of them. So that's kind of adding the outline, adding some strokes to the tips, and also the base of the petals. So for the purple ones, I am going to use the Midnight Violet colouring pencil. For the orange flowers, I am going to be using the Orange Cream Woodless colouring pencil for that one. For the yellow flowers, I am going to be using the Maple Yellow to add in the darker kind of points to that one there. So for the blue flowers, I'm going to be using the Tide Blue colouring pencil. And then for the pink ones, I am going to go in with the Rubelite. And again, the technique is the same. So we're just using the outline, adding a few strokes to the base and also the tips of the petals. So once I've finished with all of the flowers, I'm then going to move on to the leaves. Now I'm using the Grass Field colouring pencil to add in the details there. So I am adding in the outline. I'm then going to go ahead and add in the little veins for the leaves and a little bit of shading just at the base of the leaf. For the flower centers, I'm just going to use the yellow ochre ink and I'm just going to kind of scribble those in to create a really fun effect. Once my background was complete, I then decided I wanted a little strip of contrasting down the outside edge of the card. So I'm just going to trim off 1/2 inch and I'm then going to add 1/2 inch to the side of my card base using the Essential black and white paper pack. So this is going to give a really fun look with that black and white stripes and then those beautifully bold florals on the other side. Just to add a little bit of dimension, I am going to add a couple of strips of foam tape to the back of our background panel that we've just created, and I am using the Instant Dimension foam tape for that. I'm just going to pop that into place. For my sentiment, I'm going to be using the Bold Sentiments from Altenew, and I'm just going to take one of those, add that onto my acrylic block, and I'm going to stamp that onto some white cardstock using some obsidian ink. Now to make this beautifully and shiny, I am going to add some of the crystal clear embossing powder just over the top of that, and I'm going to heat set. Now this is going to kind of intensify that black color that we have with the ink, but it's also going to add that beautiful shine as well. I'm just going to trim around this just using some large scissors. I find that large scissors really do help with trimming large kind of straight pieces like this. Once that's done, I can add the little sentiment that we just created into place. Again, for a little bit more dimension, I am going to be using some foam tape just to add that into place. I then wanted to kind of bring in that black a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take some of the Essential black and white dots, enamel dots from Altenew, and I'm just going to pop a couple of those around my sentiment to kind of draw the line, your eye into that. And that is the card complete. I really do hope that you've enjoyed the video and that you like the card too. If you do create a card that was inspired by this, it'd be great if you do share because we'd love to see. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, crafty friend, Lydia here. Just popping in to say that you can get your daily dose of crafting tips, techniques, and tutorials just like this by subscribing to the Altenew YouTube channel. All you need to do is click on that little bell up there and you will never miss a video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.